meet you, we want to specially recognize you. That's why we ask you to drop your name and where you're joining us from on the chat box so that our co-host can specially welcome and acknowledge your presence. Right. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming. At this point, we are going right into our presentation. I want to specially welcome you. Let me quickly put up my recording button. So, co-host, please, at this point, we will not take any distraction. Kindly watch out if there is okay, let me quickly log the room before I go into that. All right. All right. So, co-host, I would like you to watch out for any interference so that we can stop it while we make progress. And those who are joining us, just help us to admit them in. All right, guys. Thank you so much once again. As we go right into our presentation today. Okay. Right.
Recording in progress.
All right, all right. Welcome once again. My name is Dr. Seko, and by the special grace of God, I'll be piloting the affair of tonight presentation with my co-host, Mr. Achieva and Blaze Ban and Akim Prince. These are great minds. These are great people that are in the business of impacting lives. And that's why I'm always super, super excited when I come to Zoom and I see the caliber of people standing by my side for us to ride into our future of freedom, financial freedom. That's what we give everyone here as far as Bitcoin wealth is concerned. Here, we don't make you promises, we give you real data for you to work with. These are data that can actually work for you beyond what you might have come by or your past experience. I know every one of us here, if time permits us, you can attest to the fact that we all have had different experiences. We have had our hands burned, we have been disappointed, we have been all sort of things, but today is not the day for us to go around those things. Why we are here is to move forward, and that's why we invited everyone here. And I want to quickly take you through a brief history about Bitcoin World and what bettered Bitcoin World and why Bitcoin World and why Bitcoin World is the A to go business come, in the next 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 10 years, 20 years from now, because it's the in deal for everyone that cares to listen. Right. So, like we said here, Bitcoin World built by the people for the people. This statement is not just a cliche, it's a statement of fact. This system was built by fellow networkers like you. There is no CEO, there is no admin, there is no office, there is no company. We all bettered the name Bitcoin World. And if you can listen very well, your instinct will let you understand why Bitcoin World is very, very simple to relate with because one, there is a secret around the world that is not being said to anyone around the world today, and nobody's talking about it. But the rich guys are taking position and they are doing everything to ensure that they maintain relevance as far as this thing called Bitcoin is concerned. And I always tell people you're privileged to be on our call tonight because we take our time to show you why Bitcoin and why you must take your position. A lot of people think, oh, yet is another, here comes another business opportunity. No, this is not a business. This is an opportunity that is coming to you. And if you fail to take advantage of this opportunity, you would definitely join the rest of the world to complain and, look for whom to blame, most especially what your government is doing and what your government is not doing right. But when you listen to us and take advantage of the opportunity behind Bitcoin world, you will never have time to complain. All you just need to do is to keep looking at the future because Bitcoin drives you into the future because this is the future of wealth. Right. So here we are turning community into Bitcoin world. Very, very simple. No too much stories. Like we said, the Bitcoin world is not just a platform. It is a movement built for the people, founded by Bitcoin believers like you and I. We are creating a global ecosystem where communities come together to earn, grow, and succeed in Bitcoin as one. ladies and gentlemen, this is very, very important. And I want you to pay rapt attention as I explain this aspect, because one, over the years, people have brought businesses and, opportunities, but those opportunities were tailored with a hidden agenda, meaning that, they have their own hidden agenda, how they are going to use you and I to accumulate all the wealth that they have envisaged to make. But thank God for Bitcoin well, because one, here we all are growing and succeeding as one team, as one body. Nobody, smarting each other. No system error, no system sentiments. That's the beauty about this system. Ladies and gentlemen, I was just wondering for the past 1 week, I was just watching things unfold about Bitcoin world, and I'm like, are we not surprised that nobody came to say, oh, the system didn't do this, the system had system glitch, the system is not working, oh, I'm having issues to log in or whatever? Are you not surprised? The amazing thing about this system is that, this system is well crafted. It was not created, it was well crafted. And that's why all those, you know, um, setbacks are not being found there. Like I always tell people, this system is designed to outlive every one of us. Meaning that, whenever you're ready to pick up this system, the system will be ever ready, available to work for you. So this is the end deal. If you must, clinch to an opportunity that will take you to your dream, that dream that you have always had about who you want to become, not by promises, but real data working out. These are mathematical equations put together to bring the output I'm about to share with you. Like we said there, here we are combining the centralized system with scalable ecosystem expansion. We are shifting the power back to individuals, enabling anyone to participate in the future of Bitcoin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is so sweet to behold, because this is the right place to be. You, independent of your capacity, Bitcoin World has created that platform to enable everyone, independent of your capacity, to participate in the future of Bitcoin. I was talking to someone earlier on today. I said, how many of you, even no matter how much you make, everyone on this call tonight can attest to the fact that, you are not ready to take out $70,000 to go and buy one Bitcoin. Nobody's ready to do that, no matter how much you make, because it will be too much for you to spend or to let go on something that you don't know the market states. It fluctuate like something else. So it's always, no matter how people tell you, oh, don't worry, I will buy it when the time comes, they will never get to buy it until you have found a platform like Bitcoin World that you will be well positioned to take advantage of the future of Bitcoin. This is where community becomes opportunity. This is where people grow together. This is the people's plan, ladies and gentlemen. Now, someone may ask Dr. Seko, I'd like to know, I'd love to, look into Bitcoin. How do I get it? We have three major key ways that we have identified that one can use to get Bitcoin. And the first one is by mining Bitcoin, meaning you can, invest into a mining company or organization, or throw a mining machine, and this we all can know, can attest to the fact that it requires expensive equipment and high electricity costs to play into that space. It's very, very expensive. And, even going in there with this current state of the Bitcoin white paper, it has gone far where you can say, oh, your mining will be giving you the expected output. It's just in three codes. So it's really, really expensive to play in there. That's why today it's only institutions that are running that particular aspect of getting Bitcoin. Now, we talk about the second one that has to do with buying Bitcoin. Like I tell everyone, even while you're on this call, in a click, you can buy Bitcoin. But the question be asked, are you aware that it's very risky, as price fluctuate and losses can happen any minute, any time? You all can see between last week to the date, the movement of Bitcoin has not really been stable. You know, as at last month, we're already at 80 something thousand, but today, as we speak, Bitcoin is around 67, 65, $66,000. Now, imagine if you have bought at $80,000 and you wake up one day and you're seeing Bitcoin at 60 something. Or you just, if you share it with anyone, it will tell you, hey, bro, you need to sell it, otherwise you're going to lose your money. So that brings that unsettled attention or fear, which we call FOMO, in the market. So we are telling everyone, I don't think this is the right way to get Bitcoin. The only right way that we have come to identify as Bitcoin World Club is the Earning Bitcoin channel. This is the most and the smartest way to get it. And Bitcoin World makes it simple, fast, and cost effective. Like I tell people today, no matter the movement of Bitcoin, most of us that are in Bitcoin World, we are never moved. We are never moved by what is happening. Why? Because we are not buying Bitcoin. Neither are we trading Bitcoin. A lot of people say, oh, give us your money, we'll trade. We have an AI, all those stuffs. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come by all those things. They don't work at the end of the day. There comes a time in every man's life where you can stand boldly to tell yourself the truth and be able to define what exactly you really need in life. And if you are not in the right place like Bitcoin World Club, you will never be told and you just be walking in shadows. All right. So, guys, as we make progress, we did not just identify that way, but we have found the most effective and lucrative channel where to effectively distribute the wealth behind Bitcoin, and that channel is called the King of Smart Contract. We all know about smart contract today within the blockchain space, what smart contract stands for, what smart contract is doing around the world. And like I tell everyone, if you are not on a system that is fully deployed with the smart contract, not phishing smart contracts. They are all different kinds of smart contracts. What we have in Bitcoin world is what we call the king of smart contracts, a groundbreaking evolution in the smart contract space, introducing a powerful continuous Bitcoin earning matrix system designed for true scalability, automation, and long-term what opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're listening to me tonight, what I'm presenting to you is it is an opportunity. This is not yet a business. So the best thing that can ever happen to everyone on this call tonight is to position yourself and take advantage of the opportunity that is coming to you at such a time. Because if you miss it here, I don't know when next you are going to see such an opportunity. Most of us missed it out way back 2009, 2010 in the early days of Bitcoin, where it practically was nothing in the hands of people and people never believed in it, yet at then it was still an opportunity. But Bitcoin has become a business over time. That's why you see institutions and governments are buying massively because what? They have seen the business aspect of it. But Bitcoin world has been able to carve out a niche for every one of us to go back to the original space of Bitcoin as low as less than $100. You can take advantage of this opportunity. Now we are presenting to you a very unique system that works for you and me, a ready-made growth system, a people-powered network, a smart distribution engine. This smart distribution engine is something that has never really been there. A system designed for the people. At the core of Bitcoin world is a next generation smart contract matrix distribution system built to deliver fair, transparent, and fully automated participation, unlike your traditional network models. Everyone on this call can attest to that fact. We all once at one point or the other have what we call the traditional network models, where users simply buy into levels. This system introduces a new structure of progression and distribution. That's why you must pay rapt attention, because there is something new happening in the space in a more dynamic, sustainable, and aligned with collective growth. And like I always tell people, Bitcoin wealth is not your pyramid schemes. Bitcoin wealth is a system that, it's aligned with a collective growth, meaning we all working together for a common goal. And at the end of this presentation, you all can see the goal of every member within the Bitcoin World Club. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I want to quickly introduce you to the holding pillars of Bitcoin world. This is very, very important. If you understand these pillars, I don't think anybody can talk you out of Bitcoin world, or anybody will deceive you to all the flying around scam project created by one CEO or the other, telling you all sort of things just to get your attention. A powerful people-driven futures. That is what I'm about to introduce to you. These are the strong pillars holding Bitcoin world. And if you understand, as a result of this presentation, if you understand these pillars, I can tell you, you become unstoppable, you become undeniable. Wherever you go, you will be focused. Now, the first pillar here is a fully decentralized system. Yes, most of us might have come by decentralized system. Ladies and gentlemen, hear me right and clean. It is a fully decentralized system, fully automated execution. We don't mice words. Every word that you hear me spell out tonight has been fully coded in the system. And when we get there, I will spell it out for you. Now, transparent smart contract. If you hear what we meant by that, you understand. Most of us that have done, in the past businesses that has to do, this is real indeed a transparent smart contract. Auto spillover mechanism. This is not a segmented spillover. This is not a spillover that chooses who is working and with. No, the moment you meet the simple prerequisites to be in this system, the auto spillover mechanism works for you and anyone around you. Unlimited recycles, re-entrance. This is another amazing pillar. I've met a lot of people. They said, "Oh, Dr. Seiko, what if people stop coming in? What will happen?" I said, "It will only happen to you, not to the next person." Why? Because the system is self-generating. Instant transaction, no withdrawal charges, no hidden charges, no admin control, no owner control. There is no owner. That's why I tell people, anything, you can wake up, pick up Bitcoin world, and you are in it because Bitcoin world, automatically you have become the owner of this opportunity. No company dependency. There's nothing like, oh, company needs to set. Everything has been fully relinquished and deployed as far as this system is concerned. Immutable blockchain codes, unlimited earning potential. Guys, if you think you want to make money, this is the right place, because here is not tied to, one CEO moving from point A to point B. The system is structured in such a way that it's a self-sustained reward cycle. This is huge. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know how much more best I can explain to you, but I believe everyone here understands English and you can easily spot yourself in this system. No human interference, code-based fair distribution, anti-manipulation mechanism. This is amazing. Anti-manipulation mechanism has already been put into the system. So that's why sometimes people say, "Oh, Dr. Seko, if I come in, where would this person fall?" There's nothing like placement in this system. The system has been designed to work against any form of interference. That's why every detail, like I said, you are looking at here, they are fully coded on the core structure of Bitcoin world. Real-time dashboard updates, ladies and gentlemen. At this point, without taking much of our time, permit me to introduce to you the system that never stopped paying Bitcoin. This is the first time I will ever see such a system. That's why I'm always proud and super, super excited to be the one talking to people, telling people we have found that system that never stopped paying Bitcoin. I'm not talking about USDT. I'm not talking about Ethereum. I'm not talking about Solana. I'm talking about the king of all crypto coins, the system that never stopped paying Bitcoin. So if you have been playing around, if you have been running around within the crypto, sometimes people say, "Oh, I've done things, I've missed money, I've lost money." Listen to me keenly. You have come to the system that never stopped paying Bitcoin. Somebody was talking to me earlier today, said, "Oh, I was registering somebody and the ID number I saw, by the time I will come back for the second account, the ID number has changed," because nobody is leaving any stone unturned. Everyone is on their toe working. While you are still there looking to see who will work for you, people are working for themselves. This is a time for you to work out your own salvation. You all know that economy, worldwide today is not smiling. So if you don't start thinking of creating your own economy, things will elude you. Ladies and gentlemen, all you just need to start in this system that never stop paying Bitcoin, it's just 0.001 BTC. And before I will go further from here, ladies and gentlemen, I want to ask my co-host, please always take out time to admit those who are trying to join so that they will not miss us on this presentation. Now, before I go further, I believe I carefully spelled out a startup fee of just 0.001 BTC. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all you will ever take out of your pocket for the lifetime of being in Bitcoin world to engage. 0.001 BTC. That's the only money that will ever leave your pocket. And after this is profit all the way. Tell me, today I'm going to ask some questions and ask people to challenge me. Tell me which system you have ever seen in all the systems that we have come by that you will not need to take out of what you have earned to put back to the system for the system to keep running and to be sustained. This is the first ever in the history of network marketing where you will see a system that is self-driven. And the system said, only come once and for all. You will never need to do, even if you make 10,000 pieces of Bitcoin, you will never take a fraction into the system. The only time you will ever take that fraction, which you are starting today, is this very fraction, 0.001 BTC, ladies and gentlemen. I thought somebody somewhere would be clapping to this because this is amazing. This is unique. This is something worth to shout about. So before I go further, I want everyone listening to me to, for us to be on the same page. Quickly go to the chat box, type for me 0.001 BTC. I know why I'm asking that because sometimes people make the mistake and they tell their friends, you need to join with 0.01 BTC. And by the time the person will make the calculation, is almost like $1,000 thereabout. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're on this call tonight, quickly go to the chat box, type for me 0.001 BTC. I want to acknowledge those people who have been listening. There are so much. You got it right. Patricia, you got it right. Yes, Lily. Oh, Mr. Achiever, you got it right. Linda, thank you so much. Blaze Band, these are great minds. These are people, CH expert, you got it right. Edna, you got it right. I want to see everybody's response. I want to see everybody's response. LG, you got it right, correct. Zoom, oh, you got it right. Thank you, everyone. Wow, this is an amazing team I'm working with tonight. You guys are special. You are the best in the world. Your entering unlocks a community-driven system built for continuous growth. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, if you think you have seen or heard anything about Bitcoin World, you haven't seen anything yet. In our early days, I hear some people say, oh, and there is a system that is almost like Bitcoin World. Ladies and gentlemen, nobody has the VAL Unity Matrix engine. It's patented by Bitcoin World. Nobody. So no matter anything somebody want to give you, unless they want to play on your intelligence, and you have to be wiser. You have to be smart and be wiser. Don't allow anybody to bamboozle you. Anything outside VAL Unity Matrix engine is a joke. I'm telling you. Here, we introduce our breakthrough system, VAL Unity, our matrix engine, a new way for everyone to earn Bitcoin through a fully automated structure. Ladies and gentlemen, I always tell people, the moment you find yourself in a business or an opportunity that does not have a well-coded structure, find your way out immediately. And that is one thing we can brag with today because our structures are not hidden. As we make progress here, I'm going to show you how these structures codedly, hard-codedly are playing out, and you can relate with it even as a novice. That is the amazing and transparency behind this system. The VAR Unity unites us as one, creating shared reward, collective power, and a future that lasts. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have been in search of a business that is sustainable, if you have been in search of that opportunity that can keep you and keep your community, Now God has brought that opportunity. It's just unfortunate. It's just unfortunate. If you understand the dealings about humanity right from creation, you know that men will always love the slavery part than the part that has been designed for them to enjoy life. And that is what is still playing out today. Right from the days of Adam, God created the Garden of Eden. He said, enjoy everything. They are all to your enjoyment. Until Adam said no. You want to know what God knows. And that what brought man into toiling. Until date, that thing is happening in the lives of many. People would rather want to toil to prove to people that they are working, but you're kidding yourself. Now you have found a system that can keep your integrity. You have found a system that can keep your community. You have found a system that works for you when you're working. People are still running around referral bonus. People are still running around return on investments. Ladies and gentlemen, in my local palace, they ask, I be there and they do you, meaning if something happen, is somebody doing you something somewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, let's wake up to reality. It's amazing. Sometimes people call me, oh, Dr. Seko, we have this opportunity. I said, see, anything outside Bitcoin world, I'm not available. I've seen it all. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the heartbeats of Bitcoin world. Everything that Dr. Seko has been saying is all fully embedded and coded in this structure you're looking at. This is the heartbeat of Bitcoin world. And if you understand me here, and if you have been following my presentation, by the time I'll take you through this board, you will understand fully that, hey, and you will be grateful to God that you have come home. Ladies and gentlemen, we should stop lying to ourselves. The worst thing that can ever happen to a man is for you to look at your very self and lie to yourself. All in the name of you're trying to make ends meet. Why can't you make the sacrifice today to enjoy the fruits tomorrow than to try to get some, crumbs that will never last for your future? Welcome to our bonus distribution board. Now, before I go further into this board, ladies and gentlemen, I'll first give you a keynote for everyone to understand the play out of this keynote. Now, this keynote is to guide everyone on how you can take advantage. Say there, once the first two members join, the spillover system becomes what? Active. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not enough for you to buy yourself into Bitcoin world. There's a step further to take, and that step further is what I've just read out. Once the first two members join your wallet, co-host, please. I'm seeing people still hanging in the waiting room. I need you guys to take care of that, please. Thank you so much. Once the first two members join you, the spillover system becomes what? Active. This is very, very important for everyone to understand as far as this system is concerned. And like what we said there, after activation of this activeness, you start enjoying free bonus benefit generated automatically from both your uplines and your downlines. Remember, when I started presenting, I told you, I said, everything about Bitcoin world, every word, they are all fully coded in the structure. And that is what I've just spelled out. So the moment you come into this system, sorry guys, a minute. The moment you come into this system, the number one thing you need to do is to get two wallets that will join your wallets. Sometimes, we say two people so that even a layman can understand that, okay, we are talking about people coming into your, but this is a blockchain-based system. So most of the times we talk wallets, but in order for you not to sound rocket science, we said, oh, you need to bring in two people to qualify you to start earning both from what? Your uplines and your downlines on both ends. The moment you meet up your own requirement of bringing in two. Now, from the colors you're looking at here, I'm going to use the colors to explain this table in it's in its entirety so that everyone can understand. Now, if you look here, you have the green colors, you have the yellow colors, you have the blue colors, you have the apple green, and you have the purple. These are the 5 actions that would take place the moment anybody joins this business. And these actions, you will never need to miss them. You must understand these actions so that you can, even from your sleep, when you have been woken up from your sleep, you can tell everyone what plays out in Bitcoin world. You don't need any third party to tell you anything. With these 5 actions, represented with these 5 colors, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin world becomes handy to anyone that picks this system. Now, let's talk about the green color. Very, very important. This is where the business starts. The green color. After you might have bought yourself into Bitcoin world with your own account, the green color is the next action you must take. Like we said, there are 2 incomes, meaning 2 people coming in with their individual incomes. Those 2 income, what do we say? We said those 2 income, they are passed up to your upline. Though you are the one that brought those 2 green incomes, which, for example, on this table, we have this thing, block 1 and block 2. Now, these 2 green incomes, they come in, one fall on block 1 and the second one fall on block 2. Now, look at what we said there. We said upline 1 income, meaning anybody that drops on your table on your block 1, just note and understand that that money has gone to your direct sponsor, not you, to your direct sponsor. That's why I tell people this system is so unique that there's nothing like referral bonus. Oh, I need to bring this person so that I will get his money. No, there's nothing like that. Gone are those days. Things have changed. So anybody that drop on your green block 1, the first money goes to your direct upline. The second one that comes in and drop on your block 2, that person's money goes to your upline. You see? Can you see how engaging this structure is? Right. It doesn't end there. Now we go to color yellow. The color yellow said 6 incomes to your wallet. Whoa. 6 income on a system that you only came with 100%. You are about to go back home with 600% on just this table. We say 6 income comes to your wallet directly, instantly, in split seconds. So now you look block 3. So any ID that drops on block 3, 100% of that person's money that he used to join the system goes straight to your wallet. All right? Any ID that drop on block 8, 100% of that money goes to your wallet. Any ID that drop on block 9, 100% of that money goes to your wallet. Any ID that drop on block 6, 100%. Block 11, 100%. Block 12, 100%. So on this table alone, ladies and gentlemen, you would have made 600%, of which you only came in with 100%. The you here, you only came in with 0.001, but you would have made 0.006. How amazing is this system? I believe everyone understand me here now. Now we move further to color 2. I mean, the color 3 that talks about 2 incomes for the next slot. And this is the blue color. The blue color, I love it because I know the kind of setback people have suffered in the past, mostly running some metric system where the system will need you to take out of pocket to buy yourself to the next lot. And some people refuse to buy even they've gotten there because they think people are not going to go further. So even when you are bought, your system got stalled. You don't make progress beyond that. But Bitcoin World said those bottlenecks must be removed. So these 2 income, meaning that, while you're still on your first circle, any ID that drop on block 4 and drop on block 5, the system automatically, remember, is a double effect system, meaning from slot 1 to 12. I mean, from slot 2 to 12 is double of the previous slots. So, for example, you came in with 0.001. By the time the system is going to buy you into slot 2, the system will need 2 payment of 0.001 in 2 places, which is from block 4 and block 5 together automatically. The moment this block 5 ID hits here, automatically just note and know that you are already in